Well, Detroit, 2-5-1. You know, here's the thing. A lot of Tecmo will be played here this season. A lot of Tecmo yet to be played. I mean, you could definitely envision a bunch of these 4-4 types falling back. So if a surge could get you in the playoffs yet. Been an exciting year of TAD. Segment 3 is underway, which means weeks 9 through 12. So every team. So something interesting about this league, Tecmo League. Let's say maybe somebody here has watched like HSTL or some other Tecmo League. This one, where actually people kind of have about the same amount of games played. You can kind of tell what the hell's going on here. So, as a matter of fact, let's just take a look here at the standings. How about that? Let me do that. We're about to get into it here. This is the song that Leonard Skinner definitely got fired up about. It's too personal. Alright. So there you go. There's just kind of a look at what's happening. Why does it look so much different on there than it does on my screen? Anyway. So 14 teams make it to the playoffs. So basically, you know, 500 is a maybe. Anything over 500, I don't think many teams have missed the playoffs in TAD history that were over 500 on the year. And probably no one's made it with a losing record, but maybe somebody might have made it with a 500 record, possibly. Don't really have all the stats in front of me right this second, but that's just my feeling, having been the commissioner since the beginning. It's a good one. That is a good one. That's a good trivia question. TAD history, man. We should have another trivia night here soon. I think but I like the old trivia app. The new trivia app kind of isn't that dope, but still could be fun. All right. Anyway, should we get into it? Let's do it before Beef Juice, sleepy Midwestern ass, hits that pillow. Sayonara. I got 2 of his games here. We're playing them no matter what here. The deal was, if you sent me an NSV tonight, you got your game played tonight. So, I'm a man of my word most of the time. Here we go. 1-6-1 Oilers at 2. Honestly, I'm fired up for this game. This is a big game at TAD. Alright, Southern Man. Fuck out of here. Thanks for playing. Thanks for playing, Neil. Shout out Neil. I like it when Neil rocks. I like Neil in general. When he rocks, he can bring the ruckus. Here we go. That's correct, Thule. He did not. That was not all. He was not firing Southern Man at Leonard Skinner. He was just. I don't know. They just took it personally. Like, we're Southern men. What the fuck, Neil? We're Southern men. You're talking to us? That's, I think, the vibe was of that. Don't actually know what that song's about, but yeah, it does rock. So you love to see that. Here we go. MacArthur Lane is running back kicks. MacArthur Lane is a stud. He had a HP gain in practice, so he's up to 81 hitting power. Watch out for that. MacArthur Lane is a stud right now. 50 max speed, 81 hitting power. But here comes Len Barney. Can he get a block? Yes. There goes MacArthur Lane. Cuts it back inside. This is Hopkins. This is your boy Roy Hopkins. Yeah, okay, so Roy Hopkins is going to get in the mix. He's 38 max speed, 69 hitting power. Here comes Len Barney. And he can't cover that. Oh, getting up for it is Charlie Taylor, who's had a monster season at wide receiver for Detroit. Longtime CC Meister in TAD. Kind of towards the end of his, dominant run. Got some good ones?
This one is his video. We just creeping on the... Come back, what is this video?
I don't know. I think I let us do that one, maybe.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I just got that. Can you catch me? No.
All right, MacArthur laying up. They got 3rd and 5 here as the Lions are penetrating deep into Houston territory. So here comes Lombardi, plugging up the middle. Gets a little help from, looked like perhaps Ron Snido or Roy Winston got in there. I didn't see. Hey DT, who won the Super Bowl this year? In real life? The kick is blocked. I am not dialed in. Where's the poster at? Give me the poster. I want to show him. Give it to me. It's in the box. I ordered this today. I got it. I want to show him the box. That triangular prism was received in the mail today.
It's not super easy to open.
Okay, now you can open it. Appreciate it. Look at that shit. Look at that shit. Learn about it. Learn about it. We got the print. We got the print, baby. That's going to go real good next to my other Sports Illustrated framed from Super Bowl 48. Did you really not know, Tuli? Have you been out of town? Were you in Mexico?
Mexico.
We just got back.
Try like Antarctica.
Oh yeah, you would have heard about it.
You would have heard about Super Bowl.
Yeah. All right, Oilers put it into territory, or put it into. Lucky not to get INT there. We got the likes of Dave Grayson, veteran safety. Can he get a block? No, he does not get a block. Ken Willard gets 5 yards. What's up, Larone? Tab crew is in the house. Faux show. We got at least three NSVs for tonight, including the Houston. Oh my goodness. Wow, did LAZLO read that one or did LAZLO read that one? Dick Butkus. Plugging it up. No game. Detroit gets the ball back, throwing it to Charlie Taylor, double coverage. Charlie Taylor could get some looks today. Len Barney is patrolling. Here comes Len Barney. Can he do anything? He can do a lot, but he can't do all that. Blockers up the butt. MacArthur Lane, can he get away from the drones? No, he cannot. He's inside the 15, though. Who's going to get the first score in this one? The defense for Houston is elite. Lem Barney, he's got Bill Thompson on the other side. And there's 5 yards. Mike Howell is still a decent free safety option. George Sames does still bring a little bit of lumber. Basically, yes. He can still get injured, yes. But he will be available on defense. 5 seconds left here in the first quarter. 3rd and 2. And the play pick. These defenses are not going to make it easy, folks. We got stars out here. Deacon Jones for Detroit. We got Jim Lee Hunt, longtime factor in nose tackle for Houston. Billy Newsome is a rookie you got to watch out for, playing the LB1 spot. And Maxie Bond and Nick Buenacante in the middle. This Houston defense is absolutely star-studded. 4th down and 4. He's going to go for it. Not the Tad way. Let's see if it pays off for him. He's coming right out, Len. This could be trouble. And MacArthur, wait, can he get in? Yes! He gets a block. And he's in. Touchdown, Detroit. LAZLO on the board. Trying to get his Lions out of the gutter here. Condish update for the win. All right. Good news is for Houston, he's got some juice on offense to counter with. Center Ken Iman, quarterback Roman Gabriel, and running back Sid Edwards. These are all key factors for Houston. So, here comes Len Barney. Len Barney's got a lot of juice returning kicks. That will necessitate a change in pecking order at running back. Edwards gets the 3 carries. Ken Willard is relegated to just the one dive play. Dick Butkus in the spot. Gabriel might test him here. Now he's going to go for the tight end Fred Arbanas. And he got the jumper piece. Butkus, can he track him down? Yes. But a little bit of run after the catch there for Fred Arbanas, who's only at 31 MS. 56 reception. He's seen better days than Tad. He's still a factor, though. Edwards with the taps for that ass. Dick Butkus feeling the heat. Sid the Kid has got 81 hitting power. Oh, Dick Butkus down. Sid getting loose. Steps out of bounds, but he's got the first. First and goal from the 6. Houston trying to respond quick here. Ken Iman in the morning is absolutely tearing it up. We're going to have a quick pass. That's probably just as well that was blocked. That was kind of in. It was Marlon Briscoe is never a terrible choice to throw it to, but there was a lot of Lions down there. Here comes Butkus trying to plug it up. No, Edwards. Easy touchdown scamper. Houston ties it up. So a nice response there from the Oilers. A big fat oil spill in your grill. Mel Tom has 38 running speed. I feel like running speed is key for that position. Just gives you that little step to get into the kicking, area there. We got Tick out here. A 50-month subscription run. Beer, 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 beer. 50. They gave Jordan a 50. 2:15 to go here in the first half. Lions giving it to MacArthur Lane. Len Barney patrolling. 3rd and 1. Big play here. Big play here. If I'm Detroit, I'm giving it to Hopkins. They'll never suspect it. Up the middle. Pretty easy to get a yard with this play. Len Barney plugs up the middle, but then the cut to the outside. Ken Walker-esque. Look at this. Len Barney's just absolute zoo right now, but that time somehow did not get blocked. Yeah, Gay. Gay got it. Nick Buenacante with the sack. What's the one magical season? I'm not sure what he's talking about. So yeah, this is Pete is always very invested in these Houston games. Houston's got a bunch of the dudes. Charlie Winter was desired winners greatly and decided to draft a bunch of no lock on for Barney. Yeah, Houston's got a bunch of the 1969 champs controlled by Pete. I want winners. And here goes MacArthur Lane. So MacArthur Lane is coming out hot in segment 3 after the juice has been achieved. He's up to 81 hitting power and he's celebrating it. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what the One Magical Season reference is to. But, yeah. Shout out that. Hard to keep track of the chat sometimes. All right, Len Barney on the kick return. Might want to get OOB or, well, that's a tough decision there. Sometimes we got a head of steam like that. Maybe just go for it. But I think going out of bounds was definitely the right call. He's got a great quarterback, Roman Gabriel. Roy Jefferson could get loose. Oh yes, the Marlon Briscoe QB season, indeed. But he's still a pretty good player. He's still making things happen at wide receiver. Debacle. Mike Morgan takes him down. That's the way the first half ends with Detroit. Up 14-7 at home versus Beef Juice and the Houston Oilers. We'll see what the second half brings. We got Lacey. Things you absolutely love to see. Things you absolutely love to see. All right. Here we go. Morgana the Kissing Bandit. You saw her? That's amazing. What an absolute legend. Where was that at? Was it a Detroit Pistons game? She liked hoops, right? What was her most famous thing that she did? She was all over the place. She had huge knockers. Roman Gabriel wants to try it with Willard here. It's picked by Dick Butkus. And Dick Butkus is just throwing fools. Gets it inside the 30-yard line. All right. Did we do the condition check? Yes, we did. Stan the Man Mitchell is not going to get a look. Willis Crenshaw's in for Hopkins. Couple linemen in good condition. Could be big. Oh, look at this block. Oh, Len Barney's getting guys in his face all over the place. And MacArthur Lane has another touchdown. Wow, an August 1991 baseball game between the Blue Jays and the Lions. Or I mean the Tigers. Amazing. Good times. Tigers, of course, just a juiced lineup with the likes of Mickey Tettleton and Rob Deere and Cecil Fielder, of course. I saw that team. I think I saw the '91 Tigers at the Kingdom once, and I think they won something like 12-2. I think Rob Deere homered twice. That's why he was the first name that came to mind. Rob Deere might have been the most all-time shameless. I'm just gonna try to hit a fucking homer every time. Guy. Jefferson gets loose. All right, this is just what the doctor ordered for Houston. Houston's down 14 points. Do they have the mettle to get back in it? Watch out. Oh, what's all this then? Dave Kingman in discussion for the most egregious swinging for the fences batter of all time. That's probably a pretty good pick. A little before my time. Oh no! Just when you thought Houston was gonna go, but the ball is loose. Who's gonna get it? Oh, it's picked up! It's picked up by the other Oiler on the scene. It's the running back Ken Willard, who's Johnny on the spot. Here's Johnny. Ken Willard takes it. We got prime time football happening here. TAD 1970 action is similar to what you might see after dark in 1970 if you stayed up and watched The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson and seen some top tier entertainment. MacArthur Lane is the kick returner and the RB1 do-it-all guy here for the Lions, and he cannot be taken down. He's a beast. He's a wrecking ball. 36 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Where's the Josh Allen's at on that one? Watch out, here comes Nick Buenacante. Oh, the diver, he's just going for broke. He's going to try Taylor. Taylor's in bad condition. Still got 75 reception, though. All right, and switching up the strat. The Barney strat's not exactly killing it. He's going to try to get Nick Buenacante in the mix, perhaps, is the strat. Yep, well, it's the free Jim Lee Hunter strat. So here's the thing about this play. You saw why that play is maybe not awesome, although nice first down here. Anyway, we'll revisit that discussion at a later date. Let's get loaded up here for the fourth quarter. See what the conditions bring to the party. Defense just not really feeling it for Houston. Thompson and Hunt bad. That pretty much sucks. What the heck? Just watching the drones for Houston going willy-nilly, and can they get a saddle over the wild. Things getting a little crazy out here. It's getting crazy. It's getting crazy. Nick Buenacante. Buenacante navigating the drones nicely, but in the end of the day, this play is just killing it. The problem is Buenacante and Barney. It's just hard to pick anybody else but those guys. They're just in a bad spot versus that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. LAZLO, what do you want to see? You got some misspelling in there. I'm not really sure. I'd love to hear your commentary on pass one. If you got some commentary on that. 2nd and 9. Lance Berkman, the big Puma. Yeah, I don't know. What about? I feel like Rob Deere, my first example, was pretty top tier for this. But what about Adam Dunn? Gary Sanchez. I like that. I like that one. 3rd and 4. Big play here in the actual game that's happening. And MacArthur Lane is just chewing up yards. Really tough to stop this running game, especially with the way Houston's defense is set up with their top tier guys in certain spots. Just a lot to deal with. Also no condition love. But we'll see if they can step up. There's a pass to Taylor, who was semi-open there. Johnson couldn't put it in there. Charlie Johnson, the veteran QB. What's it going to be here? This formation is trouble. Oh, but he got the play pick. Clutch. Absolutely clutch play pick there. Houston definitely still in the mix here with 2:26 to go. Can they get a stop here, though? Going back to this formation. And a play pick again. And it's a pass that could have been INT'd by Barney. That would have changed everything. But it's down to Bobby Halfield. A chip shot for Bobby Halfield, but he's not one of the great kickers in TAD. Gets it lined up quickly and knocks it through. Oh, man. Joey Gallo is a really good pick for this discussion. That was a tough sequence. Len Barney was all over that INT. He had his the number one overall pick in TAD, right where you want him to change the game, and he couldn't get it. Now it's 148 to go. Good news is he's got a couple guys feeling on offense. Ken Willard, who just scored a touchdown wildly. Sid Edwards, Roman Gabriel. These are guys that you love to see feeling it at this stage of the game. However, time is the real enemy, isn't it, folks? Isn't it for all of us, folks? 148 to go. See what Roman can do. Butkus coming in hot. Oh, Butkus was going for the safety. Enticed ball. Willard says, get off me. Just shoulders that dude into oblivion. 121 to go. That was a clutch play call there. Butkus was thinking play fake. Back to Willard. The running game for Houston's been stellar too. Both these teams are really rushing the rock. Willard is just throwing fools. He just is bringing the ruckus right now. This is a nice drive. I don't know if he has time for all this, but this is very nice. Stick with the run. This time Butkus reads it. He says, I seen it. I seen it before, and I'll see it again. Give it to Willard. These plays are going nowhere. Not enough time for this. Unfortunately. Right back to this. Can he get the taps? Does he? No tap ability. Gabriel gets taken down. 4th and 25. 20 seconds to go. Tough scenes for Houston. Looks like the Lions are going to get to 3-5-1. We're going to test. That's a turnover on downs. Tough scenes. All right. So game 1 is in the books here. I got 2 more NSVs at least for tonight. And once again, one more run 3 that is wide the F open just for the hell of it. Because fuck them, that's why. 24-14 Lions. MacArthur Lane just delivering his opus here in TAD 1970. Both quarterbacks threw for 37%. Around the same yardage. Gabriel threw a pick though. Johnson wanted to throw a pick there. He would have been down. I think he would have been totally down to throw a pick there. Like if someone was like, hey man, you got to throw a pick this game. He would have been like, all right. I think he would have been cool with it. All right, more Neil Young. And then we're going to get into the next game, which is more Oilers action. Yeah! We got the Malort Bowl. I honestly didn't know anything. I don't know what Malort. I didn't know what Malort is until y'all started talking about it, and I had to ask what the hell it is. So yeah, the fact that you guys even know what it is, I feel like makes it a fair name for the game. Just kind of cool that you've met another person who knows what the fuck that is. Here we go. sounds amazing. 16 likes.
Look at Mother Nature on the run in the 1970s.
Beautiful. 3 likes. Alright, that's been DT Looks at the YouTube comment section. Presented by Jameson Whiskey. Cheers, y'all. When the sun burst through the sky. All right, so here we go. Cincinnati coming off the debacle. Weird ass game. Flo, see if he can bounce back. He's going on the road to Houston. 7-1 Oilers. Yeah, that was probably the death knell for their playoff hopes. I'm just gonna throw it out there. They can still run the table, maybe. That's too late. They're done. I'm calling it. I'm writing them off. I'm writing off the Oilers for Tad Bowl 1970. All right, good run though. Hey, let's see if you can upset some of these other fuckers to come into your house. Cincinnati needs a win. This is a chance for Beef Juice to just shit all over his Malort pal, Flo. And I think this is like the biggest game of Houston's season. Honestly. Chance to win the Malort Bowl? They might even hang that banner. All right, here we go. Thanks, After the Gold Rush. This song, by the way, is called After the Gold Rush. Good times. All right, here we go. Thank you. And Tecmo. Astrodome a little lifeless right now. Not lifeless. A little bannerless. Not lifeless. Sure as shit ain't lifeless. This was probably like pretty big deal for quite some time. The Astrodome. I kind of got the sense that it was a pretty neat thing. I think you got to have a dome if you're in Houston. I think if there's one city in America that should play football inside, it'd be Houston. Houston's just not a pleasant place to be outside, especially in the summertime. Here comes Len Barney, who was looking super spicy returning kicks against Detroit. He's got a nice start here for the Oilers. So let's see if Roman Gabriel can get to work here. He's got Ken Willard, he's got Sid Edwards, Roy Jefferson, Marlon Briscoe, Fred Arbanas. Cincinnati defense. Elvin Bethea, Jethro Pugh. Willard looking for somewhere to go. He can't find a spot. Jerry Mays. Willie Lanier is the guy you really got to watch out for. Gabriel. He's going to try Briscoe. Briscoe might be behind the defense. No, there's Bethea. Oh, Bethea. Not known for his ball skills. 19 interception. Gets the job done. That's a tough one. You'd like to see Briscoe come down with that. But we're going up the gut for Edwards, and we're finding space. Sid, the kid. Can he juke his way to the end zone? Yes! Yes, we can. Houston Oilers football. Sid the kid is loose. They're going crazy in the Astrodome. Hot start for Houston. They want the Malort Bowl. We want the Malort. We got Mike Clark kicking off here. And we're going with Smith here. Ron, oh yeah, of course, the adult conversation. Can he respond? Len Barney has thrown the gauntlet down at kick returner for Houston, but here comes the adult conversation with unbelievable moves. He's got it to midfield. He's got it to the Houston 45. He's still on his feet. Folks, what a return. The adult conversation has it into Houston territory, and the kick returner so far the stars of this game. The give is to Ron Johnson, who could be the star of stars before it's all over. Elite running back. 50 max speed, 44 reception, 44 hitting power. Can do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. LAZLO, I mean, you can learn a lot from these guys. These guys are out here doing things. Lamb Barney in the spot. The give is to Johnson. Johnson looking for space. Cuts it back. Runs into a host of Houston Oilers there for 2-yard gain. Craig Morton bringing the salt to the party at quarterback. George Blanda is his backup. Frenchie Fuqua gets involved from time to time for the Cincinnati team, but Ron Johnson is the man. Earl McCullough, Gloucester Richardson provide a little bit of juice at wide receiver. And Tom Beer is the venerable tight end. Oh, can't find anywhere to go. Nick Buenaconte tears down Craig Morton in the backfield. It's a sack. It's a sack for Houston. And the Astrodome crowd comes to its feet. Yeah. Love you, Blue. They give us to Johnson, and here we go. Once again, it's Debacle Town, USA. Barney just can't stop that play. Very few can stop that play. Barney, just another debacle. That's the way the first quarter is going to end. A finger and a shoulder? Ooh. Second quarter action here. Tom Beer is in good condition. Let's go. Lem Barney, Nick Buenaconte, Jim Lee Hunt in bad. The Houston defense, kind of not exactly on condition fire the games we've seen tonight. Maxie Bond, though. There's just not a lot you can do. He's just trying to pick these guys that are just not in the right spots to deal with that play. I'm getting a little cool over here. So I'm going to jack it up. I'm going to jack it up, folks. Can't reach. Let's jack it up. About to jack it up. I'm talking about a layer of clothing. Lem Barney, the kick returner version of him, is in good condition. And there he goes. Again, he's looking for more. He's trying to cut it back. He's trying to make things happen. All right, second quarter action. 7-7. Defensively, once again, yeah, defense not awesome for the Bengals either. Gabriel might look to let it rip here, or... Oh. Thought about Bethea is back there once again. Diver. Can't get it going. 2 times Bethea has been just back there on the island. And twice he has come up with the stop. Sometimes better be lucky than good. We'll switch right. I didn't see what he switched there. Maybe nothing. We're going to throw it into Briscoe's area here. Briscoe with the snag. Marlon Briscoe. Great quarterback. Pretty good receiver, too. Here's Edwards. Gets 5 yards. Good defense there from Cincinnati. Showing you that you can't stop that play. That play has been doing work here. Goes right back to it, and this time it's a play pick debacle. 3rd and 11. Here we go. Willie Lanier in the spot versus the shotgun. He's got that guy over the middle, chilling. He's going to hoist it. Gabriel wants to let it rip. He's got Jefferson streaking. Diver, in your face. Touchdown Oilers. The Malort Bowl. Get excited. Beef Juice is bringing the ruckus. This is the one he wants, folks. More than the rest of them. He wants that sweet, sweet Malort. If you got any Malort around you, raise it up. Or anything that's just any kind of beverage. Hoist it up. Give a toast to Tad and these competitors out here getting after it here in the Astrodome. Cheers, Lorone. Lunch? Ron Johnson in the mix. Nice. I like to see Flo going for the taps there. He's a fighter. Even though he was about ready to be torn asunder by about 16 Houston Oilers there. He goes for the taps anyway. Just staying in it. Staying in the game. Keep the fight alive. Down 14-7. Trying to make something happen here. See if he can't tie it up. Cincinnati could be in a bad way if they can't get this win, though. Already at 4-5. I always think Cincinnati's going to be one of the top teams in TAD. Just the way that it seems like Flo always puts together these teams that just look really good on paper. And then mean, his first year he got a nice win in the playoffs versus the Buffalo Bills. So not a total debacle there, but he snuck into the playoffs. And then last year was on the outside looking in. This year, 4-5, down on the road in Houston. 4-6 could be tough. Could be tough to come back from that. Let's get Billy Newsome in the mix. Craig Morton trying to deliver the salt. He's got McCullough streaking. 2 Oilers are back there. 3 Oilers, in fact. Was that Lem Barney patrolling all the way from the bottom to get up in there? 19 seconds left. Kind of just desperation mode right now. Really don't hate this choice, but it does reek of desperation. All right, no play pick, though, so no risk. He's got one-on-one with Richardson. Lem Barney's there, though. Lem Barney says no thank you. Turnover on downs, but that's the last play of the half. Now we have someone just paragliding into the stadium. That's not paragliding. That's skydiving. All right, here we go. Second half action underway. Mike Clark was kicking it off here, second half. And after this, we're gonna go with Eagles and Jets, 2 top teams in TAD 1970. That's gonna be your nightcap for the night. Here comes the adult conversation, just doing all kinds of crazy shit here for Cincinnati. His second return that goes beyond the midfield stripe. Speaking of stripes, it's the Cincinnati Bengals. Can they get anything going here? Can they save their season? Offense is not feeling it. Tom Beer isn't good. Howard Fest isn't good. Defensively, at least Roy Winston is somebody who's in good for Houston. The first game versus Detroit, they couldn't get anybody in good. Not one damn person. He's got Billingsley and Winston, but that does not exactly offset Buenaconte, Thompson, and Barney all in bad. Oof. Oof. And here comes Ron Johnson. Big play for Cincinnati. That is exactly what they needed to start off the second half. So now you got Beef Juice thinking, gotta protect against run 3, but here comes the run 1. So Newsome gets rocked. Trying to mix up the strat, get Newsome involved. It backfires magnificently. 14 ups. The Malort Bowl. GG alert. Lem Barney. Can he respond? It's a little bit of a head-to-head matchup here with Smith. The drone blocker gets absolutely nothing. Falls on his face. Debacle. And the kicker, George Blanda, tears him down. Along with the host of Cincinnati Bengals. 14-all. Got Fred Arbanas in good. Not a lot else to write home about. Gus Otto and Dave Lloyd, a couple solid veteran linebackers in good condition for Cincinnati, but once again, doesn't really offset the debacle that is Bethea in bad. Hollis in bad kind of hurts too because he's slow as dirt right now. 25 rush power, 25 max speed, and the give is to Edwards as Flo gears up for the kill shot. Second time we've seen that play work exactly how it just did. Although that time he cut it back to the middle, which was interesting. Another big gainer. Got a couple big-time middle linebackers getting hungry for sacks. I want that quarterback. I'm sticking with Bethea. The pass is overthrown. Lucky not to get picked. Gabriel. Not exactly on the money right there. 3rd and 15. Houston in danger of seizing the momentum to Cincinnati. Dave Lloyd's trap. The veteran linebacker was once a key cog in a Buffalo Bills unit. Now we have a horrible pass. And that's going to bring up a 4th and 15. Gabriel kind of looking a little shaky pizza here. The punt from Lothridge is a high one. It's going to land inside the 10-yard line where it's recovered by Ron, the adult conversation Smith. Yeah, this pass is just, it looks very Julian Love-esque in the Super Bowl where it's just a duck to the middle of the field. Real life, those types of passes are easy INTs. Gonna try it over the middle to Fuqua. Nice dive tackle there from Winston. Beef Juice just grasping at things defensively, mixing it up all over the place, trying all kinds of different tactics. Craig Morton trying to bring the salt to the party. And once again, he hits the running back Johnson leaking out of the backfield. 14-14 since he's got all the momentum, though. As we go in the fourth quarter, let's check the condish factor here. All right. Okay, George Sames is in good. Thompson gets out of bad into average. So Houston defense getting a little boost. Cincinnati offense also gets a big boost with Ron Johnson into good condition. Ro McCullough is in bad, though. Maxie Bond getting a look. It's just tough scenes here, trying to stop this rushing attack. It's just they're just clawing yards out of this defense. They're tossing it left, they're tossing it right. Now we have a pass, it's a play pick and a sack. Nick Buonacante, the veteran linebacker. Long-time Boston Patriot. Long-time Miami Dolphin in real life. Thompson in the spot. Can he get some help from a draw? This is going to be a juke. A big juke in space from Ron Johnson, who's got elite speed right now. 56 max speed. Maxie Bond in the spot. Houston just looking for anything. Some kind of something. Can we get some kind of something? Houston defense. Up the gut to Fuqua. Oh, some kind of something. They got some kind of something. Frenchie Fuqua puts it on the deck, and it's scooped up by Maxie Bond. I want winners, says the coach, Charlie Winter. He's got the ex-Philadelphia Eagle, 1969 Tad Bowl champion Maxie Bond on the spot for the fumble recovery, but Bethea is right there to stuff him. 2-yard gain. Cincinnati, season on the line. Roman Gabriel could serve up the death nail. Now, there's still a lot of season left, even with the loss, but it's looking grim. A diver in your eye hole to two Cincinnati Bengals. Just got nothing up there. Versus Roy Jefferson, another one of the winners that Charlie Winter drafted from the 1969 Eagles. So the winners are coming up big right now. The give is to Willard. Can he get away? No. But he cuts it back again. Oh my goodness, that Cincinnati drone might have saved a touchdown right there. Willard's in bad condition. Does not have the giddy up right now. Oh, 2:16 to go. Just a huge moment in the game. Beef Juice thinking it over. He wants the Malort. He wants the big Malort. It's a shame that Beef Juice, sleepy after working the fields all day, he couldn't stay up to watch this exciting game here, this exciting Tadcast. Exhausted from husking corn and playing in 2 Tecmo After Dark games. Very intense. Oh, he's still here. Oh, he's got Willard, who's got 31 reception, and he hauls it in. Scoops it up off the floor. The pass was a little low from Gabriel. He caught it like Ramondre Stevenson in a meaningless touchdown in the Super Bowl. Yes, I remember every moment of that game, and I'll keep bringing them up over and over again. Great play from Roman Gabriel. Willard in the spot, though, in bad condition. Could have easily dropped it. And the Malort Bowl could go to Houston unless Cincinnati can get something going here. If Cincinnati ties this game, then the Bengals retain the Malort Bowl Cup. They retain the cup. 1 minute to go. Beef Juice looking to make an improbable playoff run. The Astrodome is absolutely rocking. Lem Barney coming in. Reverse strat. Unusual defensive tactic that gets the job done right there. At least in terms of no touchdown achieved. Morton is going to keep giving it to his man here. Look at this. Oh, aggressive diver strat there. A key play from Lem Barney, who's in bad condition, but getting the call here with the game on the line. That's his man. The give is to Johnson. And over the middle, he puts it on the deck. There's so many Houston Oilers on the scene. It's scooped up by the big guy, Ron Billingsley, rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. And with 2 seconds left, Houston only needs to not turn it over. But we've seen weirder things happen. Up the gut for reasons that are unclear. Strange play call, but Willard gets out of bounds. And the Oilers get their second win of the TAD 1970 season, and they win the Malort Bowl Cup. And the Bengals are in dire straits at 4-6. that play call made 0 sense at all. That play call made absolutely no sense whatsoever. I mean, hey, at least he's like, he's probably not gonna pick this play, which that's really the only way you're gonna lose, is if the other guy picks your play, right? You know, and you get the crazy pick play juice. Anyway, so it got the job. Hey, hey, don't George knock it until you try it. Houston gets the dub. They got the big turnover, the scoop from Maxi Bond, and then Roy Jefferson, who was feeling it with the diver sauce in your oh, come on, man. Let's hear the bonus track.
1, 2, 1, 2. I've been walking all night long. My footsteps made me crazy. Baby, you've been away too long. I'm wondering if you'll come home. I'm hoping that you'll be my lady. I'm wondering if I'll be alone, knowing that I need you to save me.
So actually, this is at New York. I had this labeled wrong or something. I thought this was at Philadelphia. At New York adds a little bit of intrigue to this, because obviously, you know, you're expecting Philadelphia to be about a 7-point favorite here at least. Maybe it's like 6 or something. I don't know. Actually, I think Brewdog said that the home field advantage, or the one-player advantage, is worth about 3 points. Like in all the all the games he had tracked. So, which I believe was roughly what the lines were based on, or when they did, like, they kind of changed it in recent years. Like, I think teams are just a little bit better on the road than they used to be. Now it's more like 1.5 points. But it used to be 3. It was basically 3 points. Like, if a team was favored by 3 points at home, that was basically Vegas saying it's even odds. Anyway, Jets having a great season. They're at home versus the undefeated Eagles. Big chance. And we got Robert Holmes, who's kind of the favorite for Special Teams Player of the Year, with a kick return touchdown and a punt return touchdown. The first ever in Tecmo After Dark. All right, but here comes Billy Kilmer, the fighter. He's had a pretty good season. Here comes penetration. Kelly's got it dealt with, and this is a really good start for the Jets. Leroy Kelly, really good start for the Jets. They got a player running up towards the crowd for reasons that are unclear. That guy just went flying up there. This looking like a whiteout. Shout out Penn State. Kilmer's just gonna try him. Why not? This defense has a couple nice linebackers, Paul Namoff and Jim Lynch, and an unusually decent defensive line. But the secondary is poor. John Dockery is the best guy there. Oh, up the gut, Kelly. And the Jets get on the board first here at home. As the crowd goes wild. They're starting to dream. This New York Jets fan base, some of these guys have been through a lot. Some of these guys, they're season ticket holders since day one. They've seen a lot of tough scenes. You know, going all the way back to the Polo Grounds. But kind of things, you know, once they became the Jets, it's been a steady upturn, and it's all culminated so far with this moment right here, leading 7-0 versus the TAD defending champions Philadelphia Eagles, who are 8-0 on the season, led by the quarterback Joe Namath. And he gets sacked on the first play as Olin Underwood bringing the heat from the middle linebacker spot. He was going to try to toss it to the running back there. Now we got Buffon in the spot. Namath looking to hoist here, I think. Gonna let it rip. Evades the rush. See if Ben Hawkins can get past everybody. He's got great speed. Oh, and he did get past everybody, but the pass was beyond even him. Sets up a 3rd and 12 and a little bit of a big moment here for Philadelphia. He's got the short guy and the deep guy covered. So he's got to take the short guy and get the first down. Keep the chains moving. I think I said that they were covered, but I meant to say they were both uncovered, obviously. Doug Buffon can only do so much. Now it's another big-time rush here. The Jets are very similarly constructed to the Eagles on defense. Matter of fact, the Brew metrics have them both at 61. This is crazy. Look at these teams. So you guys can't see the ratings as we get a big run here from Harmon Wages, but I'm just gonna pause here just to explain this because it's kind of funny. The middle linebacker for both teams is 38 run speed, 44 rush power, 38 INT. Russell just went up to 63 hitting power. What do you mean you can see the ratings? Yeah, but he was at 56 all season up until this segment. Lynch is 56 hitting power, so they're almost the same. Buffon is 38 run speed, 44 rush power, 50 hitting power, 44 INT. Namoff is 38 run speed, 50 hitting power, 50 rush power, 50 hitting power, 31 INT. So those guys are about a wash as far as overall dopeness. And then the secondary is just a bunch of bros and dudes, with the Jets having a slightly sexier secondary and the Eagles having a slightly sexier defensive line. And both other guy linebackers are both about the same level of decent. Matter of fact, Underwood and Shayunsky have the exact same attributes. Biggs and Toomey are almost the same, with Biggs with one more INT. It's very strange. It's very strange. Almost carbon copies. They both shake out to exactly 61 on the Brumetric scale. Weird. Eagles with a big edge on offense, though. Here we go. The coverage is excellent. Gonna try for Wells. Wells has been toasting fools all year, and he's not gonna probably stop doing that on this day against this weak sauce secondary. Stovall and Eaton with the double team, but they get roasted. It's a touchdown for Warren Wells and Eagles. Namath serving it up hot. Garo Yepremian. 63 kick accuracy. I wonder if he's the best kicker in TAD this year. Garo Yepremian was not in TAD, or was not supposed to be in TAD last year, but he just somehow finagled his way in, and he actually made the Pro Bowl roster as the Atlanta kicker, I believe. All right. Let's see what the conditions bring. Clarence Williams, the defensive end for the Eagles, is feeling it. I make all the player ratings, Drew Master. Good question. Booth Lustig once got into the Pro Bowl inexplicably. That was exciting. And we're going to go for the weak sauce dive strat there, and it does not pay off. Nothing makes me happier than seeing that attempt fail miserably. Leroy Kelly, perhaps a little bit too much speed for it to work? I don't know. Who the hell knows? But Leroy Kelly's getting some yardage today. What about the taps? Well, how about just juke him? Dan's been doing some nice tapping. I wonder if he can take down Pete in a tap off at some point today. Play pick alert. Gets Kilmer down. Chayunsky with the sack. Sack. 2nd and 20. What are we going to go with here? I'm going to stick with this strat. Oh, this time he decided, he says, you know, I'm not going to go for the diver. I wonder if he did that on purpose because it was 2nd and 20. Like, don't really need to go for the kill shot here. I don't know. Or if he just wasn't able to execute it. The finer points. All right, we got double coverage on Warfield. Just what you love to see there. And he's going to try it anyway. And he actually had the jumper, but there was hella dudes in the mix. Hella Eagles in the mix. So this is where you're, well, it's midfield. This is where I start to get concerned when these games, when people are trying to knock off these juggernaut teams. Do they feel like they got to score every time? It's 4th and 15, but it is midfield, so not a terrible decision here. But it's a play pick, total debacle. But he gets it off to Warfield. Warfield versus 3 guys, not gonna be able to do it. Eagles turn him over. Clutch play picks, coverage, excellent. Guys stepping up. Somehow the drones for the Eagles seem to be figured out that Paul Warfield is the guy you want to be blanketing. So let's see what Eagles got. Hawkins in bad. Flatley is in good. Drew Bowie, who might have been able to sneak in there. Well, he's in there anyway. Well, let's see what he comes up with here. He's going to move Hawkins to the running back spot. So basically he's going with the 7-play strat. Hawkins cannot run the ball. Play pick. Name a step. He's going to drop back and throw it out of bounds. Smart decision on 1st down. Andy Russell's in good. He's very helpful towards the... He's going to try for Flatley. And he's got the burner to Flatley. So even Paul Flatley with his 50 max speed is actually pretty speedy right now. Flatley was a kind of a... He's been around. He's been in TAD for a while. He's kind of still pretty good. 50 max speed, 75 reception right now in good condition. And the Eagles get another TD. So the Jets come out hot. But Joe Namath with some dimers here. And the Eagles are at 14-7. Let's see if Billy Kilmer can cook something up here for the Jets. Robert Holmes not in the game despite being in good condition. Alright. Might just try for Warfield strat. This Eagles secondary kind of sucks. The hoist strat, really not a bad strat at all. And this pass is just a bit overthrown. Just a bit overthrown on this day. Jump for Namoff. Okay, Namoff gets blocked. Kelly with the elite jukes to get the first down, then step out of bounds. A nice play from DANGG. Alright. Probably going to go hoist mode here again. It's a good strat. Alright. Kilmer, does he have something for us? Diver! In your face. This is a hell of a diver night. This is a big diver night. Seems like the divers are coming in hot. I need some more whiskey. We might have a good one, folks. Anyone in the chat think that Dan could pull this off? He's definitely got the look. He's got the look. He's got the gleam, man. Marty Schottenheimer used to talk about the gleam. Let's get the gleam. Alright. Paul Flatley getting a look here. Not a lot of penetration here from the Jets defense. And an underthrown pass. Alright, 14 ups. I think we got to do it, folks. I think we got to do it. I don't like to overdo it, but I think we're here. And it's a nightcap, so let's see if we can bring him in. We got a GG alert here, folks. We got a GG alert. We got Lacey. We got Summer. And we got Aubrey. Ho! Ho! An elite halftime if there ever was one. Let's check the conditions as the ball is in midair here. Ooh, look at the Jets D. JJT with the styling. Look at the Jets D. He's got dudes feeling it. Probably not the dudes he would have picked to be feeling it. Excuse that burp. That was just gross. I mean, defensive line, I don't know how much impact they're going to have. This Eagles offensive line is pretty top tier. Especially in the interior where Schmidt, the center, Ed Budd, and Dave Herman kind of have that interior of that offensive line under control. Harmon Wages. Dave Copay is in at tight end. The University of Washington product. We're going to try for flat. Another weird pass from Namath, who's in bad condition. He's got Virgil Carter is a pretty viable option. Oh, he's put Carter in. Hello. So Carter comes in, throws a weird pass to start. That's kind of a sneaky move right there. This changes things a lot. Virgil Carter just being put in, he's a pretty good option, honestly. 25 max speed, 50 pass control. Pretty sweet. Look at Russell just releasing the hounds. Trying to get aggressive there on 3rd and inches, or whatever was going on there exactly. 3rd and not very much. Russell is in good condition. That makes this Jets defense a little bit juicier. Here's Warren Wells. But the pass was not quite in stride. Had to come back for it. Does not get a touchdown. Is what the result of that is. Wells is open. Carter is settled in, folks. He's settled in. Warren Wells is a problem. 63 max speed. Big problem, in fact. Yeah, Pete just kind of an elite drive. I'm trying to. How did Pete even get Joe Namath? Oh no. Player 2 onside, and it's recovered by Philadelphia. That is not something you see very often. Well, the GG alert, folks. has been, that is not what we needed for the GG to continue. But let's see if the Jets defense can somehow step up here versus Virgil. Virgil Carter is kind of hit and miss here, folks. He's either throwing it right on the money or 18 rows into the crowd. Those are the two options that we have here. Yeah. He likes throwing it in the crowd. Wow, that was just a big struggle right there. Okay, long field goal attempt here. If we can somehow get a miss, we're right back in the mix after the debacle that was that onside kick. Trying to release Underwood. This kick is up, and it is wide right. So the Jets hold after the absolute disaster of the player two. I say player two. The player two almost never gets onside kicks. Like, I barely even try them, even if I'm behind. Like, it seems like it's like more likely that you're gonna just have the kick returner fumble. And now we have a touchdown. Yeah. Virgil Carter's kind of serving up souvenirs. Big moment for Virgil. And now all of a sudden the Jets respond. And it's 21-21. It's 21-21 at Chase Stadium. The Chase Stadium crowd is beside themselves right now. They're daring to dream. Eagles undefeated. I wonder if he's going to put Namath back in. Also refuses to put a second running back in, even though he's got really good options. Dave Copay. Could just put him in there, but just not interested in that. I thought that was going to be another one where the picture makes the defense get in the mix. All right, see you later. That's it for that. See you later, Verge. No more souvenirs. And once again, we're going over the middle to Hawkins, who's just chilling in the slot. Everybody was open. Jets trying shit. Maybe picking a run once or twice. Watch out for Warren Wells on this. Looks like the coverage is a little bit better. Flatley, one-on-one. That was a good look. Rudy Redmond stepping up in a big way. Namath it bad. Not exactly a CC Meister, perhaps. Second down from the gun. Russell in the spot. Everybody's open. This time he's going to go arrow trick and hit Dave Copay at tight end. So that's why you don't put Dave Copay at running back. You put him at tight end and then you hit him with the arrow trick wide open. There you go. Pete knows what he's doing, as it turns out. No chance for Dan there. I don't really know why Pete decided he needed to stunt with an arrow trick right there, but it definitely served its purpose, which was to have Dave Copay be wide the F open for an easy touchdown. Robert Holmes in the spot. Kilmer's been serving it up for Warfield. What about Kelly, though, in the running game? Tell you what, the Eagles' defense is not too spicy right now. Down to 54 brew metric. See what Kilmer can serve up here. Let's just give it to Warfield. Oh, and then 3 divers. 3 blind mice. See how they dive. Absolute debacle. Big play for Warfield, who turns on the Jets. He's got 63 max speed. Still one of the fastest guys in TAD. Kind of at his apex right now. I believe this is his first year for Miami. Going deep for Marv Fleming. And guess what? We got another jumper, folks. And guess what? The Jets are hanging the hell around here. They just keep answering. Billy Kilmer having a day. Having an absolute day. Egotistical drones. I just got that reference from the play a couple plays ago. So the Jets really want it here. This would be perhaps their biggest game in their existence. If they could get this win. Knocking off the Eagles, the number 1 power ranks Eagles. I don't know if you guys have been following those power ranks, but it's a big part of every... we put Virgil Carter back in the game. Man, Pete, he's just mixing it up. He went with the Virgil Mary. Play pick. Virgil in the spot. Oh, Virgil. Puts it up for grabs. Buffon can pick it off. He's got 44 INT. Virgil. He's got guys. Oh, he did. Oh, he couldn't pull the trigger with Virgil. And maybe Pete, maybe shifting gears into time waster mode. You gotta be careful with these types of tactics. Doug Buffon gets a sack. I don't know what I would do. Honestly, I like the time waster mode in this instance. The way Kilmer's been throwing up JJ's to Paul Warfield. Yep, he's got Wages, the diver. Alright, now you can... Well, you still got to get a few more yards. You can't really rely on a 60-yard kick from Garrow. Got to get a few more yards. But you can definitely do some of this stuff right here. Oh, but then that happened! Verlin Biggs! Harmon Wages in a big spot. Puts it on the deck, and the Jets have a chance. Shea Stadium cannot believe what they're seeing. Taps. Drone's coming in big. He needs to get a 20 yards or so to get in position for Gino Cappelletti. He's got Marvelous Marv. Warfield gets the catch, but we got one more play. 15 seconds. It's got to be a big. It's got to be a play that does not stay in bounds. He's going up the gut. Oh no. Oh, he had to pick a play there. Though he didn't have time to set up the field goal. The drones for Philly coming up big, but guess what? He has a chance. He got Paul Warfield. But he picks the non-Paul Warfield deep play. And then just airmail into Nowheresville. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, I'll tell you what. It wasn't the biggest win in Jets history, but it's a hell of a tie for the Jets. And the Eagles fall from the ranks of the... well, they're still undefeated. I was going to say undefeated, but they have not been defeated yet. Hey, TIE, baby. There it is. My goodness. I don't even know what to make of that. That was one of the most just sort of leaving you hanging ties in the history of Tad right there. Wow.
Come get a taste.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. At the very, very least for Dan, it announces that the Jets are a problem. I mean, they're right there. They're hanging with the Eagles here, who have been the class of the league. Well, hope you guys got a chance to look at the stats there. All right. Well, I'm officially concerned about playing the Jets. A very impressive performance. Even though they're at home, I mean, that's a big, a bunch of JJs. Kilmer's just been serving it up, folks. Kilmer's been serving it up all season. Warfield is having a massive year. Let's take a look at the stats. In fact, I'm gonna load the NSV there, and we're gonna look at how everything looks in Tecmo After Dark here. What a game! Now, I think Dan made all the right choices there. He was trying. If he could have got out of bounds, he picked the run. He picked the up the middle run, so that was, I guess, a little risky. But he went for it to get out of bounds. He almost got if you just get a few yards there, then you could try for the field goal. Because he wasn't in position to kick it at the beginning of that. And then with 1 second, I don't think he would have had time to kick a field goal. I don't think he would have had time to call a timeout or set up the field goal. So he had to pick a play. He made the right choices. It was not easy. All right. Let's look at the stats one more time for this. All right. So there you go. Little comment. That deserved a comment. All right. So look at the stats. 363 total yards for the Jets. Namath in bad opened the door, but Virgil Carter was in good. He looked like he could be a problem, but his attributes are pretty good. But he was doo-doo butter. He did not step up. And then Harmon Wages finally getting some run. He did not step up. So the Eagles, I mean, the Eagles press, I think, is going to kill these guys, their Eagles there. They're going to say it's a choke job for the Eags. But I don't know. I think it was more of a statement about what the Jets are capable of this year. They just got to 6-2-1. So let's take a look at the standings here. So now we have it. By the way, I have another NSV ready to go. Jets versus Packers. But I'm gonna save that one for another night because that's another juicy one. Packers really looking like a contender this year. And then I got, I believe, one other NSV. Nature of which escapes me. Oh, it's Denver. But I'm gonna save a couple for next time. Still coming off vacation, feeling a little sluggish, ruggish bone. So we're gonna call it a night early here. Hope you guys enjoyed Techno After Dark action here, 1970. Season is in segment 3, weeks 9 through 12 is happening. A couple things to look forward to. This segment is likely live matchups between me and Dan, Bills and Jets, and also me and Vader. He's a little bit more in position than he usually is at this stage of the game. I mean, he's been here before, but he just kind of got the look. I would say Vader's looking a little spicier this year with the Chargers. So those are two live games that are pretty heavy, could be pretty huge factors in the great scheme of things. Alrighty then. And then we have the, don't forget about the Avoid Kick Block Cup. All the week 9 games factor in with that. So far, all we have is we have the Coastal Division is 0-1. I was unable to beat DPS. So hopefully we can bounce back from that, guys. Would appreciate it if you guys could help me out there. Alrighty then. That's it for tonight. Southern man. Suck it, says Neil Young. Outro. Thanks for watching, everybody. Peace.